crop efficiency and productivity. Agriculture is not just a food providing machine, but the backbone of the livelihood of 60% of people of India. Agricultural growth has a direct impact on poverty eradication, health, nutrition of rural masses, national security and multiplier effect on entire economy. Agricultural productivity is a measure of the efficiency with which inputs are used in agriculture to produce an output. When given combination of inputs produces a maximum output, the productivity is said to be at its maximum. The measurement of agricultural productivity enables a comparison of relative performance of farmers between farms, between the types of farming and between geographical regions. In the field of geography, the concept of agricultural efficiency measurement is not a new aspect. The term agricultural efficiency connotes the productivity of a particular unit of land. It is the scientific device to study the inherent fertility, productivity and capability of the land so that its misuse and underuse may be checked by planning for future use. Agricultural productivity is measured as the ratio of agricultural outputs to agricultural inputs. Output is usually measured as the market value final output, which excludes intermediate products. Let us explore the sources and importance of crop efficiency and productivity in agriculture from the following. Sources of agricultural productivity, importance of agricultural productivity, improvement in agricultural productivity, improvement of agricultural methods, precision farming, sustaining agricultural productivity in India. Sources of agricultural productivity. It is important to understand productivity sources and to measure its growth properly, including the effects of environmental externalities. World agriculture has undergone some fundamental changes in the past few decades. Institutional and policy reforms, improvements in farmer education and health, and investments in rural infrastructure, all of which have helped to create an environment where new farm technologies and practices are adopted. With greater productivity growth in developing country, agriculture can certainly pull up the average for global productivity. Almost all increases in crop and animal production occurred as a result of increase in the area cultivated. Due to transition from a natural resource based to science based system of agriculture production has increased the crop production. The demands placed on global agricultural production arises out of population and income growth that has tripled. Several factors have been identified in the social science literature as the most important sources of productivity change in agriculture: research and development, extension, education, infrastructure, and government programs. Agricultural research output includes higher yielding crop varieties, better livestock breeding practices, more effective fertilizers and pesticides, and better farm management practices. Research is also performed in areas of farm machinery, agrochemicals, and pharmaceuticals and food processing. Some sources of agricultural productivity are mechanization, high yield varieties which were the basis of the Green Revolution, fertilizers, primary plant nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and secondary nutrients such as sulfur, zinc, copper, manganese, calcium, magnesium and molybdenum on deficient soil. Limiting of acid soils to raise pH and to provide calcium and magnesium, irrigation, herbicides, pesticides, increased plant density, animal feed made more digestible by processing, keeping animals indoors in cold weather. Importance of agricultural productivity. The productivity of a region's farms is important for many reasons. Aside from providing more food, increasing the productivity of farms affects the region's prospects for growth and competitiveness on the agricultural market, income distribution and savings, and labor migration. An increase in a region's agricultural productivity implies a more efficient distribution of scarce resources. As farmers adopt new techniques and differences in productivity arise, the more productive farmers benefit from an increase in their welfare, while farmers who are not productive enough will exit the market to seek success elsewhere. As a region's farms become more productive, its comparative advantage in agricultural products also increases, which means that it can produce these products at a lower opportunity cost than other regions. Therefore, the region becomes more competitive on the world market, which means that it can attract more consumers since they are able to buy more of the products offered for the same amount of money. Increases in agricultural productivity lead to agricultural growth and can help to alleviate poverty in poor and developing countries where agriculture often employs the greatest portion of the population. As farms become more productive, the wages earned by those who work in agriculture also increases. At the same time, food prices decrease and food supplies become more stable. Agricultural productivity is becoming increasingly important as the world population continues to grow. India, one of the world's most populous countries, has taken steps in the past decades to increase its land productivity. 40 years ago, northern India produced only wheat, but with the advent of the earlier maturing, high yielding wheats and rices, the wheat could be harvested in time to plant rice. This wheat and rice combination is now widely used throughout the Punjab, Haryana, and parts of Uttar Pradesh. The wheat yield of 3 tons and rice yield of 2 tons combine for 5 tons of grain per hectare, helping to feed India's 1.1 billion people. Agricultural productivity and sustainable development. Increase in agricultural productivity is often linked with questions about sustainability and sustainable development. Changes in agricultural practices necessarily bring changes in demands on resources. This means that as regions implement measures to increase the productivity of their farmland, they must also find ways to ensure that future generations will also have the resources they will need to live and thrive. Productive farms. For many farmers, especially in non-industrial countries, agricultural productivity may mean much more. A productive farm is one that provides most of the resources necessary for the farmer's family to live, such as food, fuel, fiber, healing plants, etc. It is a farm which ensures food security as well as a way to sustain the well-being of a community. This implies that a productive farm is also one which is able to ensure proper management of natural resources such as biodiversity, soil, water, etc. For most farmers, a productive farm would also produce more goods than required for the community in order to allow trade. Diversity in agricultural production is one key to productivity as it enables risk management and preserves potentials for adaptation and change. Monoculture is an example of such a non-diverse production system. In a monocultural system, a farmer may produce only crops but no livestock, or only livestock and no crop. The benefits of raising livestock, among others, are that it provides multiple goods such as food, wool, hides, and transportation. It also has an important value in terms of social relationships such as gifts in weddings. In case of famine, when crops are not sufficient to ensure food safety, livestock can be used as food. Livestock may also provide manure, which can be used to fertilize cultivated soils, which increases soil productivity. On the other hand, in an agricultural system based only on raising livestock, food has to be bought from other farmers and wastes produced cannot be easily disposed of. Production has many functions and diversity is the foundation of such production. To ignore the complex functions provided by a farm is thought by many to turn agricultural production into a commodity. Growing marginalization and fragmentation of land holdings coupled with rising incidence of informal tenancies and poor rural infrastructure such as road, electricity, markets and education affect factor productivity. Improvement in agricultural productivity. Agricultural productivity, in relative terms, is a reliable index of the agricultural development in the past. As has been noted earlier, agricultural production refers to the quantum of return from arable land in terms of intensity and spatial expansion of cropping system and yields. Normally, various crops are grown in an agricultural area and at the same time, these differ in nature, quantity and quality. So, these are to be quantified on the same level which, however, requires a common denominator such as the conversion of crop productivity into rice or wheat equivalents or conventional units or calories or monetary values, etc. On account of its multitudinous utility, many scholars in the fields of agricultural geography and agricultural economics have long been engaged in evolving, improving, and simplifying techniques to measure agricultural productivity levels in different parts of the world. A major development has been the changing location and composition of global agricultural production. With slower agricultural growth in developed countries and a significant reduction in agricultural output from post-Soviet states, developing countries now account for a large and growing share of global agricultural production. To improve agricultural productivity, a number of things must be accomplished. Reduction of the present rate of degradation and loss of productive farmland due to erosion, salinization, waterlogging, and nutrient depletion. Raising the crop yield on current agricultural land. This may be done by improving tillage methods to preserve soils and nutrients, which will be more beneficial than removing rainforest to open more agricultural land. Other techniques might include soil testing to determine soil chemistry profiles, crop rotation, nutrient and water management, terracing, etc. Reforming agricultural practices to be less harmful to forests and forest regeneration by reductions in the use of burning, minimizing the use of toxic chemicals, and using swidden land less intensively by increasing fallow times. Zero tillage agriculture should also be utilized. When the soil is left untilled, organic matter is retained, preserving soil fertility and preventing erosion and runoff. Where the soils contain organic matter, forests can often regenerate. Improving the distribution of agricultural products by increasing access to food and other agricultural goods in terms of both availability, delivery, and affordability. Reduction of the environmental impacts of new technologies. This would allow reduction in artificial inputs so that fertilizer and pesticide used could be considerably reduced. Reformation of policies relating to water management, allocation, and distribution. Retention of trees as crops to protect water and soil resources. Development of agroforestry projects. Cash crops might be raised in small-scale agroforestry plots. According to Spears 1988, the need for industrial wood could be provided by tree plantations of approximately 25 million hectares, about 10% of the forest area. But as of date, only 2.6 million hectares of such plantations had been established. Such projects can act as alternatives to the expansion of agricultural areas. Provision of a system of tropical agricultural research stations and especially agricultural extension workers and soil experts to assist local farmers. Provision of governmental guidance and regulation. The Green Revolution was successful and widespread only partly because of the dispersal of information to virtually all rice growers. In addition, some coercive regulation was undertaken by governing bodies, usually local, in some places. In Bali, for instance, water for irrigation is provided only to those farmers who use the new varieties of rice. Improvement of agricultural methods. Improvement of agricultural methods and productivity is to reduce the need to cut down additional forest land. Tropical forests cannot be maintained unless agricultural productivity is greatly improved. However, to feed the projected population of the mid-21st century, even at present levels, not to mention a level approaching that of developed countries, agricultural efficiencies would have to be far greater than is currently the case in most countries. We need increases in agricultural productivity between 1.8% and 3% per year for many years. The average annual growth rate of agricultural productivity in sub-Saharan Africa between 1991 and 1995 was 2.4%, which must be maintained to prevent a decline in nutritional levels as populations grow. To provide levels of nutrition equivalent to more developed countries, still higher production growth rates will be necessary. This can occur only if technologies are greatly improved and substantial financial support is provided by wealthier countries. Without such development, conservation strategies are doomed merely by arithmetic. Natural resources management. Climate change impacts agriculture mostly through its impacts on the natural resources, especially land, water, and biodiversity. In order to attain and maintain level of TFP growth, it is essential to launch an integrated management of these resources. Soil fertility management should be established by setting up well-equipped and well-functioning soil testing laboratories throughout the country. Farmers should be oriented and convinced to get the soil tested on regular basis. Conservation agriculture involving technologies such as zero or reduced tillage and other diversified systems should be adopted extensively. A countrywide conservation of water and to optimize its use as per resources should be implemented, should restore water bodies around the country including village ponds, implement and promote mandatory rainwater harvesting in rural as well as urban areas and discourage excessive pumping of groundwater and its wastage. The IGU Commission on Agricultural Typology intended to serve two purposes. First, to explore principles and criteria and to develop techniques and methods of identifying types of agriculture, and second, to classify the types of agriculture as well as their transformation. In addition to certain factors that determine methods of agriculture, geographical thinking, mathematical models, and cartographic techniques will ultimately pave the way for the formulation of regional, national, or global plans for the development of agricultural economy based on the past and present experiences. Precision farming. Sustaining agricultural productivity in India. Precision farming is an approach where inputs, including water and fertilizers, are applied in precise amounts to maximize yields. The aim is to encourage farmers to adopt market-led horticultural production and to promote high-tech agricultural practices. After clusters of 25 to 30 farmers had been selected, KVK evaluated farmers' soil, water supply, and pumping equipment before beginning to provide hands-on training. A high-tech community nursery was installed for each cluster to produce quality planting material, and farmers were taught how to produce high-quality planting materials using the Pro Tray method, in which hybrid seeds are sown in compost-filled plastic trays. Made of soft plastic, seedlings can be removed from trays without damaging the roots. The nurseries were covered with 50% shade net, which protects seedlings from wind damage, heavy rain, and excess sunlight. KVK distributed seeds of tomato, brinjal, onion, and lab bean to each group in order to establish each nursery and to conserve water and enable drip fertigation with water-soluble fertilizers and urea. A system of drip irrigation was installed in 4 villages. Drip irrigation equipment supplied to farmers was subsidized, while seed and fertilizers were provided free in the first year. In subsequent years, most of the farmers continued to adopt this technology using their own money. Overcoming hurdles. Initially, many farmers did not believe that they could double their yields of vegetables while reducing the amount of water they applied to their crops by 40%. But after the first harvest, most changed their minds, and 2,200 hectares in Madurai district are now being cultivated using precision farming techniques. KVK and the other developers hope that the area under precision farming will continue to expand as awareness is raised through exhibitions and distribution of pamphlets. Precision farming reduced water use, residues in soil and water, and chemical sprays, and substantially increased average yields compared to traditional cultivation techniques. Tomato from 35 to 100 tons per hectare, onion 11 to 21 tons per hectare, and banana 40 to 120 tons per hectare. Quality also improved, leading to premium prices at market. Thiru Micharaha from Nedumutalikulam increased his yield of brinjal from 60 tons per hectare to 200 tons per hectare, earning $5,700 in 1 year. Despite the high cost of water-soluble fertilizers, the total incomes of farmers increased 2 to 3-fold and their socio-economic status improved. The developers are now calling on the government to reduce the cost of water-soluble fertilizers, improve their availability, and look to the improvement of post-installation maintenance of drip irrigation systems. Gaining recognition. Due to the high water use efficiency of precision farming and high production of both staple and horticultural crops, various government departments have expressed their willingness to spread the technology throughout Tamil Nadu. The Department of Agriculture has set targets to spread the technology, send farmers for training, and provide subsidies. Meanwhile, the government of Tamil Nadu has begun to offer subsidies including 15,000 rupees per hectare for water-soluble fertilizers, 5,000 rupees for seed, and 44,000 rupees for drip fertigation. According to the developers, one of the biggest challenges is that few farmers recognize the importance of this technology and instead adopt their own combination of flood irrigation, ridge and furrow irrigation, and transplanting seedlings raised in beds, which leads to 30% mortality and poor yields. Some farmers are also not adopting precision farming because of the seemingly plentiful availability of water in their region, unaware that groundwater is being depleted. Tamil Nadu Agricultural University and the Indian government, therefore, are aiming to get every farmer to adopt this technology through raising awareness, training, and subsidies. Resource use efficiency in agriculture is defined to include the concepts of technical efficiency, allocative efficiency, and environmental efficiency. Public investment, subsidies, and credit for agriculture are used in an efficient manner. There are large scale inter-regional as well as inter-farm variations in factor productivity due to varying influence of different factors in different regions. A number of management factors such as timeliness and method of sowing, transplanting, irrigation and application of right doses of inputs and input mix play an important role in influencing inter-farm variation in crop productivity. The availability of good quality irrigation water coupled with flexibility of irrigation and drainage system and appropriate methods of application as well as pricing of irrigation water is crucial for sustainable use of land and water resources. Future challenges to global food security apart from long-term risks related to climate change are more likely to be the result of uneven access to resources, technologies and food than the world's ability to increase global agricultural production and food availability in the aggregate.